VOO versus OVO. Is 10% yield good enough or worth it to change your ETF? VOO and chill is that mantra that a lot of YouTubers and fintech people talk about. You know, it's pretty easy. You invest your money into the S&P 500 or like VOO and you let it grow over time. The S&P 500 has done about 10 to 11% over the last 100 years. And so you're getting a great index fund. You're getting a great ETF with an expense ratio of 0.03%. So it's dirt cheap to help you grow your portfolio. Now, with this ETF, it doesn't get the biggest yield. I mean, we're talking about a 1.3% yield, which it's not the biggest if you're looking for income. So that's where today's video, we're talking about not only VOO, but we're talking about OVL. OVL is the overlay shares large cap equity ETF, and what it does, it has VOO as its main asset, and it sells put credit spreads on it to generate yield and income. You're getting the upside of a VOO, but you're also getting income. And so we're going to be talking about it, and we're going to see, is it worth it to switch from VOO all the way to OVL? So let's get to it and let's talk about it. This video is purely educational content. It should not be considered personal finance advice. I'm not a licensed financial advisor, and I don't know your financial situation, risk tolerance, or even investment goals. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results, and always do your own research and consider consulting with a qualified financial professional before making any investment. All right, let's get on to the video. Hey guys, my name is Steve and I run the Frugal Expat website where we try to help people to save more and invest better. And today we're talking about VOO versus OVL. And is 10% yield worth it to change ETFs? Now, what are these two ETFs doing? Now, first of all, we have VOO. VOO is the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. It tracks the S&P 500, has a low expense ratio of 0.03%, dirt cheap. It's got some of those top 500 companies in the S&P 500. We're talking about Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Berkshire Hathaway. There's so many great companies within this, and you get a piece of that. And that's the good news, is when the market goes up, your portfolio goes up. And it's cheap, you just buy and hold for the long term. Now we get down to the next ETF, OVL, which is the overlay shares large cap equity ETF from Liquid Strategies. Liquid Strategies created this in 2019. It's got two portfolio managers that are actively managing it, and what they're doing is they're using a put credit spread on it to generate income. Now in 2026, they went from quarterly income to monthly income, boosting that yield from a 5 to 5.5% all the way up to a 10% yield. And so you're getting not only exposure to the S&P 500, as in OVL has 100% of its portfolio in VOO, but you're getting also an income overlay on top of that. And so you have two different ETFs with two different kind of strategies and similar portfolios, because one owns VOO and one is VOO, and so you're getting two different strategies. Now OVL does have an expense ratio of 0.79%, so it's much more expensive, but here's the thing, is you're also getting a 10% yield. And so we're going to be diving down into these. We're going to be looking at the total performance, we're going to be looking at the yields, the expense ratios, the strategies. We're also going to be looking at kind of long-term exposure and seeing which one's going to win out in the long term. Now the question you guys may have is, what are put credit spreads? And that is a great question to ask. Now, if you sell a put option, you are selling the option to buy a different stock at a certain strike price. Now, if you buy a put option, you're also hedging your bet on if you think a down market is going to happen. You can cap that downside, that downturn on that option. And so you have two different things going on. And with put credit spreads, what OVL is doing is they're selling put options on the SPX, and they're also buying puts at a much lower strike price. So let's say, for example, that the price is $100 and their strike price is sitting at maybe $90 for the put option, and then they buy a put at about $85. So that's where that spread is. So if the option does drop down to 90 and it keeps dropping, it's going to be capped at that 85 level. But if it doesn't drop to 90, you're going to still collect premium with that credit spread. And so that's the good thing about OVL, is during bull markets, they're collecting premium through that put credit spread, and they're allowing a huge upside. With a lot of cover calls, you're getting some capped upside downside. So if an asset does skyrocket within a couple days or even a whole month, like the month of April in 2026, you're going to miss out on some of that upside. But with OVL, you're allowing the upside to continue to go up, but you also have a capped downside. So the downside's not going to be so crazy as well with those put credit spreads. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And one of my favorite places to look up information about different stocks and ETFs is stockanalysis.com. Now, I am throwing in a promo code as in TFE, which is the Frugal Expat, and this can help you get a discount on your subscription. And so if you're looking for a great place to look up ETFs, look at different stocks, see how different ones are kind of competing against other ones, stockanalysis.com is a great place to go to. I'm going to leave a link in my pinned comments and in my description so you guys can check it out. And remember, use that discount code if you want a discount. If you don't, well, that's okay. But this is also an affiliate link, so it's going to give me a little bit of commission, but you're also getting a discount. So you can start off with a free plan, move on to that pro plan, and start looking up different stocks and ETFs. All right, let's get back to the video. Now, OVL has been around since 2019 and it has some good numbers. So we can take a look at some of those total returns. We're going to take a look at the total returns of 2020, 2021, 2022, all the way up to right now. And so we're going to take a look at those. We're going to see which ETF is the winner and seeing how this could also kind of affect where you're going to put your money in your portfolio. Now in 2020, OVL did about 20.18% in total return, while VOO did about 18.40 in total return. So right there, OVL wins. In 2021, OVL did 32.39% in total return. VOO did 28.75%. Right there, OVL wins. In 2022, OVL went down 22.70%. VOO went down 18.17%. VOO wins. 2023, OVL went up 28.03%. VOO went 26.32%. In 2023, OVL wins. 2024, OVL went up 27.84%. VOO went up 24.98%. OVL wins. 2025, OVL went up 17.86%. VOO went up 17.82%. That one is a tie, and they're pretty close together. 2026, OVL went up 11.93%. and VOO went up 9.67%. We're in May of 2026, so we don't have the entire year, but right now, OVL is winning. So we take a look at this. VOO has only 1 year. They tied in 2025, but the rest of the time, OVL has beaten VOO. And that's with dividends reinvested. Now, not the entire time OVL has had that 10% yield. They've had around a 5% yield on that most of the time. 2026 alone, they've had the 10% yield. And so right now in 2026, monthly yield is around 10%, with a lot of that capital being returned as ROC, or return of capital. So you're getting some good tax benefits as well. And so with this ETF, you're getting some pretty good things, and that total return is very good. Let's take a look at some other numbers. So since launch in September 2019, OVL has averaged about 17.79% in total return. VOO has averaged about 16.81% in that same time period. And so right there, you're getting about a 1% better return with OVL over VOO. Now let's take a look at some other numbers just to make sure we have all the numbers and all the perspectives before we have a verdict at the very end. Now, so OVL's got an expense ratio of 0.79%, VOO 0.03%. So on $10,000, OVL is going to cost about $79. VOO is going to cost about $3. The annual yield is about 10.16% with OVL. The annual yield with VOO is about 1.3%. Distribution, OVL is going to do about monthly and VOO is going to do quarterly. OVL is doing about 100% ROC and VOO is doing qualified dividends. So we have some good numbers right there. The only big things with both of these is in bull markets, both of them are great. OVL is going to win because of that yield. Now in bear markets, VOO is going to win because it's not going to have such a drawdown. So we're taking a look at these two ETFs. I mean, OVL, if you're looking for some good income, OVL wins. And they also have some good growth. If you're looking for just growth alone and no income, VOO wins. It's simple, it's easy, it's got a low expense ratio, and so this could be a great one that you could chill. So let me know in the comments, which one are you gonna chill with? Are you a VOO and chill or an OVL and chill? Let me know in the comments. personally, I have some OVO, and so I like it. I also have VTI, which has got like 87% of like the VOO companies in it, so I've got a little bit of both. But personally, I like OVO, and that's a little bit of mine for I want a little bit more income and growth at the same time, and OVO is giving it that. So let me know in the comments, which one are you a fan of, and make sure to check out this video of my breakdown of just OVO altogether right here. And I'll see you guys in our next video.